How did you get interested in graphic design?
I've always been really interested in art, and I heard that we had a graphic design program here, so I just went for it.
What was the inspiration for your design?
I didn't really have an inspiration. I just kind of went through clip art and found stuff that I thought was cool.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I'd really like to go to art school.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
Probably my mom, because she's always been really artsy and pushed me for that type of stuff.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
Probably in Ohio, but in a bigger house.
After I graduate, I plan on going to college to study forensic science and technology. I hope that I'll eventually be a forensic scientist or investigator. I haven't really decided what college I'm going to just yet, but I'll figure it out soon enough. My dad used to tell me stories about his days as an arson investigator. I really enjoyed hearing about his old job and decided that I wanted to do something of a similar nature. I've always enjoyed murder mysteries, especially the original Sherlock Holmes stories. I give all the credit to my dad and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
Got it. How did you get interested in graphic design?
My business management teacher, Mr. Kaufman, encouraged me to do the project.
What was the inspiration for your design?
Wadsworth Bicentennial.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
Attend a university in Ohio.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
My parents.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
Wadsworth, Ohio.
Nice. All right, I think we should go. How did you get interested in graphic design?
My business management teacher encouraged me to sign up.
What was the inspiration for your design?
Wadsworth Bicentennial.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
Attend a university in Ohio.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
My parents.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
Wadsworth, Ohio.
That sounds good. How did you get interested in graphic design?
My business management teacher, Mr. Kaufman, encouraged me.
What was the inspiration for your design?
Wadsworth Bicentennial.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
Attend a university in Ohio.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
My parents.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
Wadsworth, Ohio.
That's perfect.
Hello, my name is Mark Zebro, and I'm a senior at Black River High School. I am very pleased to be one of the finalists for the Medina County Auditor Seal Contest. My future plans are to attend The Ohio State University and Akron University this coming fall. I plan on majoring in math and science education so that I can impact the future leaders of America. Thank you.
Well, I really like video games, and I just feel that graphic design plays a big part in it, and I just like how they have the graphics and the layout of it. Well, when I think of Ohio, I think of the Ohio barn, and so I put it on my design. After I graduate, I'm going to be a Kung Fu master. I want to live in New Zealand. It's very nice there.
What was the inspiration for your design?
Well, I tried to stick with the whole Ohio theme, and so the first thing that popped to my mind was the Ohio Quarter, so that's what I went for, and yeah.
Who'd you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
Definitely my mom. She's been a huge role in that part of my life, just always encouraging me to be creative and express myself through art.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
I'm thinking Australia, because they have kangaroos there, and kangaroos are cool.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
After I graduate, I want to work for Disney, Walt Disney, maybe become an animator.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
I'd have to say my sister. She was in this program and it looked really interesting, so I decided to join it.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
Probably Vancouver, Canada. I really like it there.
How did you get interested in graphic design?
As a kid, I'd always draw, and then when I came to the Career Center, just being a junior and fresh to the world, I just came upon designing.
What was the inspiration for your design?
I took inspiration from design labels around and just how simple and easy to read they are.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
After I graduate, I like to go to a 2-year school to get my associate's degree in advertising art.
Okay. How did you get interested in graphic design?
Well, the high school offers many great programs that I took my freshman year. I first took word processing, and then I just loved the teachers so much that I kept trying to take as many classes as I could, and I just loved to do it.
What is the inspiration for your design?
I thought of the Buckeye leaf and how it's a big symbol of Ohio, so I just put that as the background, and yeah.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I plan to be a mental handicap teacher for about middle school age.
Who would you credit for inspiring you in your career?
I credit my mom because she worked in the field for a while, and I also helped out in Mrs. Trogdon's class in the middle school, all through my middle school career and stuff. So.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
I've always wanted to live in England or in Europe in general, so I think that'd be cool.
That is it.
Okay.
Well, you're pretty young.
I'm fine.
For good men.
All right.
How do you get interested in graphic design?
The high school has many great classes and stuff that I started taking my freshman year, and each time I loved the class even more and more, so I just kept taking as many as I could.
What is the inspiration for your design?
I thought of the Buckeye leaf and how it symbolizes Ohio, so I put that as the background of it.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I plan to be a mentally handicapped a mental handicap teacher for about ages in the middle school range.
Who would you credit for inspiring you with your inspiration for your career choice?
I would have to credit my mom or Mrs. Trogdon. She works in the middle school, and she would always let me come in her class and help out.
Where are you going to live when you're rich and famous?
I've always thought it'd be cool to live in England or in the general Europe area, just to get out of the United States and see something new.
What was the inspiration for your design?
I wanted to do something that people recognize, but something different, so that's why I picked the clock, because it was recognizable.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I'm going to go to college and do an exploratory program.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I plan on joining the arts program in the Navy.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
My sister's always been really big into art. She's been featured in some magazines. She's done a few things, and she's really big in the art side of the family.
What was the inspiration for your design?
I just really like the Medina Square and the firehouse and just the rustic look of everything going on down there.
What was the inspiration for your design?
My inspiration started with Ohio, as you can see, and then a river that reminded me of my early childhood.
What are your career plans after you graduate?
I tend to further go for education and then into the workforce.
Who would you credit with inspiring you in your career choice?
I would have to credit my family for giving me this great life that I have